Hey y'all, it's another day. I have been up for a couple of hours and I absolutely feel like a heathen because it's now 11:57 and I'm just pretty much getting my life together to leave out the house on my Sabbath, okay? On the Sabbath, on the day God gave me to rest, to go do a showing for a client who is looking to buy immediately. And so we wrote an offer on one home that we're waiting to hear back, but we are going to look at this other house just in case we need a backup home to write an offer on. And normally I would not be leaving my house on a Saturday. Like normally this is not something that I would be doing. But because of the urgency behind getting a house sooner than later, I'm going to go do this showing. I don't want to. As you can hear, I am a little congested. I think it's just my sinuses because I feel fine other than in my head and in my chest, which you all know, like when I have sinus issues, it turns into asthma, which we're trying to keep at bay because I really have no time to be sick. Nor do I don't want to be sick. So reminder, having this conversation reminded me that I did not take my allergy medicine. So everybody do that right now before we head out. But we're headed to DC. Southeast, about 30 minutes away from my sister's house. If you're watching this video and haven't watched my most latest video, please go ahead and watch that. I don't really get into a lot of details, but I don't live in Baltimore right now. Waiting for some things to happen before that happens. I forgot my tripod, so excuse the angles. Anywho, my sinuses are beating me up, like literally. But I'm about to head out. My dog is not here. August is not here. He's with Drew. He's at home. But my sister's dog is probably about to cuss me out because I'm leaving her in the house and she's over it. She's over being left in the house because everybody that lives here is not here. She already kirked out a little bit. Is the wash machine on? And I'm trying to multitask. I gotta wash clothes because I'm running out of underwear. So I'm like, let me throw some clothes in the wash machine before I leave the house. I'm still kind of early. I don't have to be there until 1. But I want to get there before my client because I'm licensed in DC, but I don't have Century Lock access. If you've been following me for a second, oh, it's washing. Okay. If you've been following me for a second, it's just really quiet. I was like, why is it not moving? But it's moving. Anywho, I don't have Century Lock access in DC because if you know, you know. Cost $1 million to be a realtor. And I was like, I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it when I barely get business in DC. So I asked the agent to give me a 1-day code, which he provided. But sometimes these codes act retarded. So I'm trying to get there before my client to save myself the embarrassment. Why does this do this all the time to me? And it broke. Lord have mercy. Every time I open, well, not every time, but when I open the refrigerator door, this side shelf just falls out. And then it broke a little bit. It still fits in there, but make sure I tell my sister that. Because I'm just not understanding why. This is the second time in a week or so I've opened this refrigerator and this shelf fell out. Why, Lord? Why? Anywho. So, haven't talked to you guys in forever, but I have some new obsessions, okay? And one of them is this Tai Chi concentrate. Baby, chokehold. And it says it's fresh between 7 and 10 days of opening. It's been about 10 days. We're still drinking it. Yeah, we're still going to drink that. I need something on my way out of here. So we're going to get some ice because that's absolutely a necessity. Like today. Okay. So I mix this chai with this oat creamer, the caramel macchiato together. Baby, I got Drew addicted to. He be like, girl, this is so good. I'm like, I know. It's a replacement for coffee because I have found out and determined that because I'm in perimenopause, yes, you heard me correctly, deep in these perimenopausal streets, okay? Let me put a little more creamer, and I need a little bit more chai. Just a little bit. Because I'm in these menopausal streets, I was about to forget my thought, another symptom, I can't drink caffeine in the form of coffee. Because if I drink caffeine in the form of coffee, I'm going to be up for 10,000 hours at night, not getting no sleep. So I had to find an alternative for a little bit of energy boost for my days. That's how we found this chai. So, got my cup of chai, got my water, got my wallet, got my shoes. I'm not taking anything else. I'm literally going and coming right back. I might stop and get some food if there's no leftovers here, because I be tearing these leftovers up. I try not to bother their food, but they don't eat leftovers like that. So I'm like, well, if y'all not going to eat them, I'm finna have me a good time. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like there's some leftovers that I will be indulging in later this afternoon and save me a coin. And they're not wasting any money. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, guys. It fell again. I'll get it when I come back. Anywho, let me get in this car and get to where I'm going. All right, so we made it to our destination. I haven't been on this side of Southeast in a very, very long time. So I'm excited to see this house in its entirety. It's absolutely not where I expected it to be, but pleasantly surprised at the upgrades that have been made in this area. It looks like they have a plot over here that's getting worked on. There's some apartments right across the street. I'm going to stop recording for a hot second to use this code to access the Century Lock box and be right back with a little house tour. That was the easiest time I've ever had unlocking a Century Lock box with a code. God be the glory, because I was starting to stress out. All right, let's see what we have here. All right. Bill has access to put on booties, but Bill, I don't know where those booties are. So we will not be putting them on. Anywho, let's cut some lights on and let's get this little tour done. My shoes should not be super dirty, Bill. I'm so sorry. He seems like the sweetest old man too. But this is obviously our living room area. Take my shades off because I couldn't see what was going on. This is our living room, dining room area. Whoa, baby, yes. This is gorgeous. I'm loving it. If I had the coins, baby, I would buy it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they have staged it so nice. Oh, I hope my client loves it. And I would prefer her to put an offer on this house because I'm coming over for the cookouts. You feel what I'm saying to you? We got a little balcony area here that looks over to Suitland Parkway. Okay, all right. Let's go upstairs. So let's go downstairs, I guess. Also a little step up here. That might be a little, problem because she is expecting. So when the baby is born, might want to do some childproofing. All right, this is downstairs. It says watch out. So I guess the ceiling is a little low. Down here in the basement, we have, ooh, okay, this is probably like a wine cellar. I guess this is why they have this picture here to kind of give you an idea of what you could put down here. Little wine cellar. Okay. And then we have another little sitting area for entertaining, if you will. Let's see. Oh, this is like a little, I guess this is, a garage. And I didn't see this at first. There's a garage here with ample amounts of storage. Ample amounts of storage. Okay. Okay, like that. Love that. Okay, so this is a bathroom that you can get to from the bottom of the stairs or from this sitting room here. It does have a stand-up shower in it. Cute vanity. Yes. And washer and dryers down here. Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Isn't he the cutest thing? Oh my gosh, Bill. All right, so let's go back out. Let me go up these stairs. I don't know what this is. This might be, okay, electrical and stuff like that. Brand new HVAC system. I love how he has this house, you know, with all the little different signage and little points and whatnot. What is this? I guess part of the electrical closet as well. Yeah, the other side. Hot water heater, HVAC. Okay, got that. Let's go back upstairs. Trying to get this tour done before my client gets here. We have about 12 minutes. And then Bill said, get this house sold. You feel what I'm saying? Now this here, I can kind of assume the lack of banister here will be a FHA lender fix here. Cause safety, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have a railing, but okay, watch your step. I'm sure that's an easy fix. All right, I don't remember if this is a 3-4 bedroom, but we're gonna start here. This is the first bedroom off the top of the stairs. Probably could be used for an office, if anything, or a nursery. Because it's not super big, but it's cute. We love mirrors. I'm out of breath. Okay. Hall closet. Why am I out of breath? Second bedroom. Love the natural lighting in this place. Love, love, love. But this could also be a nursery, guest room. Has a decent sized closet. Okay. And a beautiful, beautiful natural lighting. Okay. Again, sorry for me sounding like I'm about to pass out. This is a third room, sorry. We're at third room. Again, office space, small room, guest room, office. They kind of have it set up as an office. And then last but not least, so we're at bedroom number 4. This has to be the primary bedroom for sure. Absolutely love the natural lighting. Again, I have to repeat, I love natural lighting. This is great. Has a nice enough space for a king, queen size bed, a nice lounge area in the bedroom. We have one closet here in the corner. Pretty decent size closet space. Obviously need some shelving in there. And it looks like we have a second closet on the other side of the bedroom. Again, semi walk-in. Need some great shelves put in, but so amazing. And last but not least, our primary bedroom, bathroom. On the smaller side for a primary, but still big enough to have a soaking tub. They still have like a little linen closet slash, toiletry closet. And a stand-up shower with all the fixings, which if you look, I would love to take a shower in here if I don't mind myself. This house is gorgeous. Praying that my client loves it. Because again, we wrote an offer already today. I didn't go with her to that house that we wrote an offer on because it was an open house and I didn't know she was going. So she went on her own, but we saw this one, and this is the hall bathroom. I didn't see this at first. So this one does not have a tub. It only has a stand-up shower, which is, again, still cute. I am obsessed with this vanity. Oh my gosh, this vanity is so cute. But this is the bathroom that everyone on this floor would share when it comes to these 3 bedrooms. And then you have your primary bathroom. Now, did we see a half bathroom on this main floor? We do not. So if we have to entertain, your guests probably would go down to the basement bathroom versus upstairs in your living space on the upper level. But again, house is very gorgeous. Again, I hope my client loves it because this is cute. Okay, what's the side door here? So it's a side door leading to what? Yes, I'm gonna open it. Oh, to like a, can I open this? Probably not. But it looks like it leads out to like a little patio area. And then I guess this little driveway here, let me refocus. That driveway here will lead to the driveway or the garage. So I'm gonna wait for my client to get here. I'm gonna let them know that I'm here, and hopefully they get here sooner than later. Gotta open this door, it's hot in here, and I haven't started my car. But anywho, the tour is done. We heard back from the other listing agent, and I think they're gonna counter. We're not sure what they're gonna counter for. But we're hoping this is a counter that my client super duper agrees with, because she loves the house. She did like this house that we just looked at, but it doesn't have all the things that she wants in it. And for some reason, when I was looking at the pictures, I didn't see that there was a pool. I just found out there's a pool in the house we put an offer on. So baby, for me and my house, we be getting the one with the pool, period. This one don't have a pool. It is renovated. It's fully renovated. Nothing needs to be done moving in. The other house, the basement's not finished, and they really would prefer a finished basement. And the other house doesn't have a finished basement. But you got me at pool. Like, you feel what I'm saying to you? So we'll see. Gonna be waiting all afternoon, probably on pins and needles, to see what they're gonna say back in reference to a counter. But at least they didn't say no. Okay? So I'm about to head over to my best friend's house, use her facilities, because it's about a 30-minute drive back home. And the way I was gulping down that chai tea latte and this water, I gotta go. And I didn't want to use the restroom in this beautifully staged house. So I'm back home. Been here for like probably 30 minutes, maybe even less than that actually, maybe like 20 minutes. Came in, immediately took Bailey out. Then I made me a plate. Of these leftovers. I know my sister cooked these greens. Oh, baby, these greens is busting. I honestly didn't need nothing but the greens and the rice. But I did put a little shrimp on my plate. Too good. So I'm gonna finish demolishing this. And I'm going to check on my laundry. Then come back downstairs and have a seat on the couch, because I don't want to really be in my bed. Come have a seat on the couch. Probably bring my Bible down. Log into YouTube and find me a sermon to watch. I've been kind of watching the series that's going on right now. I think it's a relationship series with Social Dallas. So I'm probably going to pick up where I left off and do some studying. And just sit here and wait for the listing agents to call me with their counter. So yeah, that's my afternoon and that's my evening. I'm not leaving this house until tomorrow. Absolutely not. Phone is on do not disturb. If you're not my favorites, you will not get me, and that list is very short. Feel me? I also poured me some more of my chai tea latte that I had left. I said I was not going to spend any money today, which I'm not. But tomorrow, I'm absolutely going to have to go spend some bread, because I'm going to need some of that chai tea for the week, okay? I know y'all saw my last video. I was talking about the debt that I'm in. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to take all my stuff upstairs and I can't grab them all. I'm going to make 2 trips. Anyway, I know I told you guys about my debt that I'm in. So I'm still spending money or whatever while trying to chip away. But when I can avoid spending money, I try to avoid it at all costs, so I can throw extra money on some debt. You know what I mean? So I got 1 loan paid off. And I have 1 credit card almost at 0. I'm starting with the smaller ones and the ones that I'm not using first. So I had the loan paid off, and I have another credit card almost done being paid off. What really pissed me off is I was almost like doubling up the payments like a week or so ago. Like I was paying on it every week. Since I do hair, I get paid every week. I was trying to pay more on it, And they're like, oh, excuse me, you reach the amount of payments for the month. Excuse me? How you gonna tell me? These are still wet. Gosh darn it. How you gonna tell me I reached the threshold for my payments? Like, y'all trying to hold the sister back. You know what I mean? So that kind of blew a little bit because it's a small balance. It's like $180 some left. And they're like, oh yeah, you calm down. We don't need you to be debt free, man. We don't need you to be debt free. You tried it. So that kind of irritated me. But anywho, I will be talking a lot about my debt and getting my debt under control and trying to develop better spending habits, saving habits, and things of that nature on a very tight budget on a smaller salary. Yes, I do hair, and yes, I'm in real estate, but obviously you know that even with hair is kind of considered to be a sales type position because with no clients, you have no money or no revenue. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, this is kind of like a slower season for some people if you're not fully established. In a sense, I'm not. Mainly because I've hopped from salon to salon. Okay? I've hopped from salon to salon. I have changed my career focus so many times. Like, it's kind of hard to for clients to kind of navigate that. And this is something the Lord has been talking to me as well about. On top of me being prideful and not having any humility, God has been talking to me about being still and being, you know, in the moment, focusing on one thing or maybe two, and sticking to it until you've exhausted all of your options and all of your resources. And, you know, you've put your all into it, Amanda, before we hop over to another thing, you know? And, you know, it's really hard to look yourself in the mirror and understand that you are a large part of the problem. It's really easy to point fingers like, oh, well, you said, you didn't help, no, baby, you didn't sit your behind still. You feel what I'm saying to you? You didn't sit yourself down and be still and be faithful with the little that God has given you. So how are you going to be faithful with a lot? Anywho, I'm back. You know, y'all know I'm good for a good ramble or whatever. But anywho, so my clients, you know, my Go Hard clients have known me for 10 plus years. They obviously have followed me from salon to salon. But newer clientele that doesn't know me, they don't understand the transition. So it's, again, really hard to build clientele. So that's why I say I'm like, you know, still building up, still, you know, revamping the business, still trying to get things together. So I'm still trying to get things together with cosmetology, and I'm absolutely still trying to get things together with real estate because, again, I got into it very excited, very ready to go, and then I just was all over the place. I jumped from broker to broker, team to team, all of the sorts. So it's really hard to build a brand. It's really hard for brand recognition if you don't even know what the brand is. You feel what I'm saying to you? You guys understand what I'm putting down? So again, God has been giving me some revelations. God has been speaking to me, and he's been telling me that a lot of this is your fault. Yeah, a lot of it's your fault, girl. I know my glasses are dirty, so if y'all feel like, let me just take them off. My face is crusty, but I really feel like I'm looking through dirt, and I don't know where my glass cleaner is. Anywho, the Lord has said, baby girl, I don't have a problem helping you, okay? But you need to give me something to work with, okay? And you're making this real hard for me to help you. I'm here. I love you. You are my child. But my child, you're getting on my nerves. So it's really hard to look yourself in the mirror and say, yo, you're part of the problem. You are at fault here. It's very easy to place blame and say, oh, well, this and that, like I said before. So I'm in a place of rebuilding, again, my relationship with God. And I'm also in the place of rebuilding my businesses and my brands. And actually putting forth the effort that needs to be put towards them to make them successful and not being all over the place. So again, I am full-time entrepreneur, and that's with cosmetology, and that's also with real estate. I don't work for anyone. I'm not on a W-2. Everything comes from my hard work and my efforts by the strength of Jesus. Okay. So I don't remember why we got here or how we got here, but the point of it is I'm on a budget. Okay. I'm trying to watch how much I spend, and I'm trying to get myself out of some of this debt the best way that I can with the resources that I have. So I know God's going to make it do what it do. This $68,000 worth of debt is going to be paid off in full. And I believe that God is going to provide the resources to make it happen. He's also going to provide the resources to make sure that my businesses are thriving and full with abundance. I'm also trusting and having faith that God is going to make sure that I stay strong throughout this process and that He gives me all the creative juices that I need to make these things shake. You feel what I'm saying to you? Do you understand? So, even though it looks a little rough for me at times, I shake myself out of it and say, hey, God got it. He has it. Um, and there's some more things to come. I'm a very eclectic person and I love to do multiple things at one time. But my main focus right now is real estate and cosmetology. And there is one little thing that might be creeping up a little later that I can't tell you about right now that I will share when the time is right. But I think I'm going to end the vlog right here just because I'm going to go head downstairs and I'm going to, like I said, get deep in this word, spend some time with God because it's absolutely needed. And I might pick up the camera tomorrow if I have time while I'm at the salon. But if I don't talk to you guys tomorrow in the salon, you'll talk to me very soon. And I hope that this message and this video finds you well. And I look forward to seeing you in another video.
5 weeks you said, you didn't pay attention. But last week, it was really my goal to get us to understand this reality that relationships need help, that they need help. SOS was the signal they would send out whenever a ship was in distress. And thank God He gave us His word that we can learn how He wants us to do relationships. And so that's kind of the tenor of this series.